Hello everyone, Tommy J here and welcome to Knights of the Frozen Throne. So in this video, we're going to be taking on the Lich King using this rogue deck right here. So this rogue deck is almost free to play. It has 24 basic cards and then has 2 Vicious Fledglings, 2 Bilefin Tidehunters and 2 Knife Jugglers. So in total, that is 480 dust, I believe. So it's not super expensive, and the reality is that if you don't have these Bilefin Tidehunters, you can sub something similar in. So what we're after really is something that has a battlecry to spawn a second minion and has taunt, because it synergizes very well with the Knife Juggler and it will help you protect your Vicious Fledgling. So in this fight, the point is pretty much to get your Vicious Fledgling down, protect it as best you can. And, yeah. Use it to win. Where's Rogue? There is Rogue. So, yeah, it doesn't sound overly difficult, I know, but with all of his removal, it can be quite tricky. And sometimes you just don't get the cards you want. However, this is pretty good. So ideally, your best plays would be Murloc Raider or any turn 1 drop into Knife Juggler into Fledgling. So let's just drop the Murloc Raider turn 1. Also, you're probably wondering, why would I include spells in this deck? The reason I included spells was because some cards are just worthless, and putting them in is literally just going to clog up the deck, so there's no point. Because of that, what I've done is put a bunch of spells where otherwise it would just be a card that doesn't really fit anyway. So it means I have less cards, but you need to win by turn 7 anyway. So you're not really losing out on too much by doing it. Alright, so I'm going to drop the Knife Juggler, just take back board. But without a Fledgling coming out sort of turn 3, you're a little bit stuffed, to be honest. So, no Fledgling. To be honest, I think we just restart. And against this boss, there is no shame in restarting. I, to be honest, have restarted a lot on different bosses. Sorry, with different decks. This boss I've been working on since about 6 AM my time. So no, and you haven't been for a very long time. So, this is a very good setup right here. So we have the Grimscale Oracle, because it's going to draw attention. Then we have the Bilefin Hunter, which will give a little bit of protection and give a buffed 3/1 due to that. And then we have our Vicious Fledgling. Sorry. Alright, so let's drop this Tidehunter. And we may as well put the 1 damage into his face. So it's Fledgling time. However, I think I'm going to attack that first and just see if anything comes out of it. Frozen Clone. Nah, not yet. Turn 4 is when we want to use that for his Sludge Belcher. Alright. So right now I can play my second Fledgling. And I can use the first to buff. So Windfury is what you want. And then maybe Stealth or something? Well, you actually want Liquid Membrane, but I have a feeling it's just going to get killed off. Serenite Chain Gang coming out. I hate that card so much. Yeah. So getting killed off, it didn't have the protection set up around it. Unfortunately, we don't really have what we need to continue, so just going to restart.
Valera versus the Lich King.
Alrighty. So, ooh, that's not great. Let's replace the Sap and the Sinister Strike.
You call that wretched pile of cards a deck?
Alright, so this isn't the worst, to be honest. Could be better. Could definitely be better. But it's not a bad start, per se. So, now we have a Knife Juggler. Let's throw that down. And give me a Fledgling, please.
Winter is here, and it's cold.
Okay. So, let's drop the Tide Hunter. And the Grimscale Oracle. Yeah, I was sort of hoping only one of the daggers would hit. Probably should have dropped the Oracle first for maximum efficiency, but it's not the biggest deal. So, I can drop the Raid Leader this turn, but I would much rather drop that. Saronite Chain Gang coming out. So, what do we have? I can Raid Leader. So let's Raid Leader, and then I'll see if the daggers will benefit me. Jeez, I'm dumb sometimes. Alright, so one dagger coming out isn't going to help whatsoever. So what I will do is Murloc Raider and start hitting face. Windfury? There's the Windfury, and immune, please. I said please. Ah, well, we can stealth up. Grim Necromancer coming out. And it's turn 6. So, let's drop that. I will dagger. Ooh, all face.
Here we go.
I'm gonna hit one of them. How much damage do I actually have? Let's do this. So +3 attack, awesome. And I may as well go with stealth, actually. I was gonna go Divine Shield, but yeah. So 3, 2, 3 is 8. That'll put him down to 15.
Hey, catch!
So really, this comes down to whether or not he has a Blizzard. And from the looks of it, he doesn't. Anti-Magic Shell. So he can kill 2 of my minions, but I have a Stormwind Champion. So, despite all that, he is dead. And MVP can get the last hit. The Fledgling. What a boss. What a boss. So, as you can see, not overly difficult. Sort of similar to the other bosses. The other bosses where I've used Fledgling. The other fights, I guess.
You did it, champion!
There must always be a Lich King.
Oh, jeez, she looks awesome. I haven't seen that one before. It's really cool. So, well, daggers. Anyway, so, different cards you can add. Early plays, battle cries that spawn a second minions, things that synergize with Knife Juggler in particular are quite good. Now, if you have pirates, what you can actually do is instead of using the Knife Juggler, you put in the cannon and just make a mass pirate deck, and it will have a similar outcome. But pirates are a lot more expensive than what I've done right here. Yeah, so for cards to add specifically, have a look in the description. Cards to remove, same thing. And if you're looking for strategy, there will be a link to a text post also in the description. Anyway, guys, if you're interested in checking out other fights for this Lich King boss, then have a look around on the channel because I have been doing it with each class. Alright guys, so thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to favorite, like, and or subscribe. This has been Tommy J with the Lich King versus a rogue deck. Thanks for watching again, and have a good one.